England, predominant constituent unit of the United Kingdom, occupying more than half of the island of Great Britain. Outside the British Isles, England is often erroneously considered synonymous with the island of Great Britain, England, Scotland, and Wales, and even with the entire United Kingdom. Let us have a brief idea about all its major states through this video. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for our new videos. As much as I love London, Edinburgh is hard to beat when it comes to beautiful cities in the UK. From the castle on the hill to the storybook houses in Dean Village, the Scottish capital has a lot going for it when it comes to aesthetics. Over in Northern Ireland, Belfast is another UK city that often gets overlooked. But I love Belfast for its lively nightlife, friendly locals, and rich history. The Isle of Arran, or simply Arran, is an island off the west coast of Scotland. It is the largest island in the Firth of Clyde and the 7th largest Scottish island, at 432 square kilometers. Historically part of Buteshire, it is in the unitary council area of North Ayrshire. If the Isle of Arran is Scotland in miniature, Portmeirion is Portofino in Wales. This colourful hillside village is a whimsical treat. From bright buildings to historic treasures, its hodgepodge of styles makes for a fairy tale experience. And that's to say nothing of the coastal trails and beaches around it. And speaking of beautiful places, Cambridge is hard to beat. The historic architecture of the colleges and the punts on the river make it photogenic from any angle, and the interiors of the chapels and dining halls add another layer of wow. While some people see Stonehenge as a pile of old rocks, I see the Neolithic site as magical. The mystery, history, and heritage behind the site are enchanting, and it never gets old to circle the stones and imagine how they got there and what they were intended for. Up north, Durham has another of England's most famous cathedrals. It looms over the river below, creating a stunning view from the waterfront. But Durham is also home to a castle, a university, and enough cobbled streets and squares to make my inner side street lover swoon. Not far from Durham, Newcastle is another of England's great cities. I love the historic architecture here, and Grey Street is just the place to see it. But the bridges over the Tyne are also a sight to behold, as are the interiors of some of the city's historic pubs. Heading farther north, Glasgow is another of my top picks for places to visit in the UK. I've been visiting this Scottish city all my life, and its independent spirit, architecture, and friendly locals win my heart every time. I love exploring the lanes in the West End, soaking up the history in Merchant City, and wandering through the over-the-top tombs in the necropolis. And that's to say nothing of the restaurants and bars in Phineaston. Elsewhere in Scotland, the Isle of Skye might be the most famous island in the Hebrides. I've visited several times, but the most memorable was on a sailing trip. Back down in England, Bibury is another place filled with otherworldly beauty. This village in the Cotswolds is famous for Arlington Row, a street with cottages that draws visitors and photographers from all over the world. It's every bit as pretty in real life as it is in photos, and it's definitely worth a special trip. Bristol is another of the cities in England that deserves a place on my list. It has an independent spirit. The city is home to a lot of Banksy street art and has its own currency, the Bristol pound. It also features a stunning suspension bridge, colorful houses, contemporary museums, and riverside charm. And speaking of beaches, Brighton is famous for its seaside charm. Its pier is full of funfair rides, and on land there's a lavish royal residence to explore, lanes full of shops, and culinary delights galore. Given its proximity to London, it's an ideal spot for a day trip from the capital. Back to cities, Chester is one of the most underrated in the UK. This city has layers of history dating back to Roman times, and all of it is still visible around the city centre. I love the half-timbered facades and mix of architectural styles on the high street, not to mention the thousands of years of architectural history in Chester Cathedral. Leeds is another city worth a special trip. I always enjoy exploring its Victorian shopping arcades, many of which leave me with a sore neck after tempting my eyes to the ceiling for so long. Outside, there's plenty of historic architecture to keep me excited, and lots of hidden courtyards to explore. Back in the cities, York is one of the best places to visit in the UK. This city not only has an abundance of history, but also painfully beautiful streets, medieval walls, a castle, and a stunning cathedral.